Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Look who's back.
Back again.
I know.
Shady's back.
I know, my wife. We have 2 people in the chat so far. So obviously we'd like to, you've got, as Claire says, for health and safety, you've got to check in and say hello. Just so we know that if there's an emergency, we can get you out quickly.
If there's a fire.
Yeah, we can get them out quickly. Yeah, we can chamber the exits up. So, yes, we were a minute or so late, which we
We're always late, so...
Yeah, fashionably late.
We're not even going to apologise, because we're always late.
Okay.
People know that we're always late.
Ah, fuck them then. We have a few people in the house, so thank you for joining us. We'll wait for the numbers to go up a bit and then we'll start having a great chat. But let's say hello to a few people.
Hello.
So we have Kit Kat in the house. Hello, Catty.
Kit Kat's here.
We have Chris in the house. Hello, Chris. With the,
oh, I'm not sure about that emoji looks a little bit dodgy.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny on the laptop, isn't it? A heart button and a cake. Oh, I love a bit of cake. And we have Tara in the house. Hello, Tara. We have John. We have Scott. We have Nigel. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
It's been a while. For you.
Yeah, it's been a while. How many weeks has it been? At least
3 at least, maybe 4. I think this is the 4th week since you've been on. 4 weeks.
I know.
I know. So yes, we have Becca in the house. Becca joined last time, so thank you, Becca, for joining the live. Really appreciate it. Same name as you?
Legend.
Legendary name. So my partner in crime is obviously here, and I'm pleased to have her back. Now,
are you?
Yeah, I am actually.
You haven't actually said that to me.
I know. I'm saying it now.
God,
I wanted to leave it to our live on camera.
Oh my goodness!
Hi,
I don't know
Anne.
what to say.
Thanks for joining. So we have, I want to show a little bit of wife appreciation.
Oh God, okay.
All right, so no smut or anything.
Wow.
I'm going to keep it clean. But a bit of wife appreciation, right. So as you all know, I'm not going to keep going into it, but we weren't well.
It was the week from hell.
Right, it was the week from hell. I was literally out of action, completely out of action. And this soldier right here basically kept the household running. Hi Taffy, thanks for joining. And she kept the household running while she wasn't well either.
No, I thought I was going to die.
So Becca really wasn't well either. But I was literally KO'd, as a man usually is. Men get it worse, don't they, than women usually. So and Becca literally...
He wasn't even ill, he was just making it up.
Oh, I wish. I really do wish. So Becca kept... Hi, Chad, thanks for joining. Our favourite Canadian. See, we don't know any Canadians, don't we?
Chad is the only Canadian that we do know.
No, I know Rush as well, but Chad's my favourite Canadian.
Chad, we love you.
Chad is in my top 10 of all time Canadians.
Well, Chad is like my #1 because he's the only Canadian I actually know.
No, I'm not going to let him know whether he's #1 or number 10, but he's in my top 10.
Okay, well that's not going to give a guy a complex, is it? I mean...
Hi Stuart, thanks for joining. Really appreciate you joining us. So yeah, a massive shout out to my gorgeous wife for keeping us all well. Hi,
do you know
Nick.
what?
Nick, thanks for joining us. Nick is the guy that owns the club in London.
Wicked.
He's going to be responsible for Fragcom getting together when everything restrictions.
Does he know this?
He doesn't know it yet, but he's just joined, and I just thought I'd let him know.
Wicked.
So a trip to London, and we're going to end up in Nick's club.
Nice.
With everybody that wants to join us, and Nick will be happy to host, I'm sure.
Wicked.
Thanks, Nick.
But yeah, no, I don't know how I actually did it, to be honest with you. I'm not being dramatic, but I genuinely don't know how I survived. I will say, there were many evenings where I did sit on the sofa on my own with my loungewear on, thinking, oh my God, I've got another day of this, and probably actually having a few tears to myself.
I think we both had tears that week. It was awful.
It was pretty.
I was literally
horrendous.
at my wit's end as to try and get better, and all you can do is just let out a bit of emotion. It's mad. But anyway.
But I will just say,
how quickly we recovered and got better after that.
The kids though.
Yeah.
Until I like literally exploded, because I think all mums do explode every now and again. I got sod all. No help. I didn't even get a round of toast made for me. I mean, liberties. Absolute liberties. I'm telling you now, when those boys get girlfriends and they behave like that, they'll be single.
They will be.
They will be.
Tony is the only saying that because he's collaborating with me and wearing PDM yesterday. Chad, a bit of a giveaway. I am really, really enjoying it. Now, I haven't forgotten. I don't know if you're aware I was ill. I should have contacted you and apologised. But I plan. I'm off tomorrow. I really need to get some content done, and that is top of my list. So I will hopefully, by the end of the day tomorrow, you'll have something in your inbox. So
I will make sure he does it.
I will do it. I do need to get my bum into gear. What else have we got here? Ant's just popped in to say hello. He has 2 screaming gremlins crying all over me. I know that feeling. Hi Nigel, hold on, what's this? I think Barry's hiding because of the baggies losing again. Where is Bazza? Get him in here. All of the day's work, Bex. I know how you feel. It's like me every day. And Barry's in the house. Hello, Barry. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Bazza.
Right, so we have a mystery guest on at 4 o'clock. So we have 20 odd minutes. I've got a couple of things I'd like to discuss, a couple of things to chat with Becca, tell you what we've got in, and to let John know we've had a bit of a revelation yesterday. And
oh, why do you have to bring that up?
I wanted to.
I told you not to.
You didn't.
Damn it.
Right, so should we talk about that first?
I'm going to get the whole from John.
No, we're not going to trigger him today. Well, it's sort of a trigger, but it's not.
Normally, I'd jump on that trigger and I'd be like a grenade. I'd pull the pin out,
Yeah.
throw it,
Yeah, and then let John
get the
go off.
popcorn out, and then just what?
And John says you're pregnant. No, John, no.
Holy moly, no, I'm not pregnant.
No, so the revelation is that you wore a fragrance yesterday that you really, really enjoyed, and that fragrance says "vom" in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that just means another word for home. Home.
No,
home.
it doesn't. It means him. So what, do you want to tell John and the people in the chat what you wore yesterday?
I think I'm actually wearing it right now.
You are, and it smells lovely. Very, very nice.
I think they should guess. Go on. Put a few guesses in the little chat.
So it says, so let me put in the chat what the second part is, and then we'll see if there's any guesses, and I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye on the chat, and we'll tell you what we've got in, and we'll see if anyone's got it right. So that is part of the description.
With another thing on the end as well?
No, because they'll get it immediately.
Oh, okay.
John, add something. You're there already, but add something onto the end of that, John, and you'll be correct.
Damn it.
Think a little bit, tiny bit darker than that one. So I think that's pretty much it. So they might not tell them now. John's got it in one. So PARLOUR, but the Intense. I've got a 30 ml decant. Thanks, Nigel. That's correct. So we'll let you and John. Oh no, John got it first. Look, he's there. So yeah, PARLOUR Intense. I've got a 30 ml decant. And Becca I see her looking through my collection yesterday, looking for some inspiration of what to wear. And you really didn't know what to wear, did you?
No, half of most of my collection, I have rinsed. So I am short on fragrances to wear.
So you've liked it anyway in the past because it won. Do you remember we did like a cup?
It won our fragrance.
And it actually beat some fragrances you really, really like as well.
Yes, it did.
And you tried it on yesterday. I said, try this then, see how you get on with that. And you sprayed it and went, oh, that smells nice. And you wore it on yourself. And actually, it really, really suits you.
I think it's because it's powdery as well.
It is very powdery. It's got the sweetness to it too. It's got that lovely iris in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as say I'll go and wear. Oh my goodness.
It's almost like a dark fruit powdery iris.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear your other.
The normal PARLOUR, just the iris.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear that, and I wouldn't wear Sauvage. So there is a limit. There is a limit. I'm not saying that I wear all men's fragrances, but there is a limit.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Okay, don't trigger people. Don't trigger people. And L'Homme just means unisex as well. It doesn't actually mean man. So just saying that. That's another trigger, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Is it? Anyway,
yeah.
you smell good. You smell good now.
Thank you.
It really suits you, and I think you probably can all add it to your collection.
Yeah, I think I probably would.
I think it is. It really suits you.
I'm gonna have to have a look in that Black Friday sale.
Yeah, definitely. I think you'll probably pick it up in that. But I've got a 30 ml decant in a bottle from someone on the Facebook group for a 30 ml for about £15, so you can pick it up cheap. So it's something that I think that you will really enjoy. Sometimes, I don't know if anyone sees this, so we'll have to look up here. Look.
Okay.
We don't see the emojis popping up on the laptop, but they do pop up on the phone. Right, some of the things that we've got in. I've got some good stuff in while I've been, just after my illness, really.
Your illness?
Why I was illness, why I had that disease.
Oh my goodness, he says it as if he's got like a long-term disease.
Why I had a disease.
After my illness.
Did you wear any fragrance?
I couldn't smell a thing.
No, I didn't wear anything. I was too unwell, and that's the last thing on my mind completely.
The only thing.
Really weird. The first time ever, I think that's been the case.
The first fragrance I did put back on was my Black Orchid, because that is so pungent.
You wanted to smell
that
something.
I could smell just like the smallest bit. But I think the big telltale sign for me was the day before I got my test. A couple of the girls at work, because mine came out as cold. I'm not saying I've been out infecting people, because I was at work the day before I got a test, but it was like a proper snotty cold. So when I was at work and I sprayed my perfume, and a couple of the girls were like, oh, that smells really nice. It was the new Giorgio Armani My Way.
Okay.
So I sprayed that, because I got a little tester, and they were like, oh, that smells really good. And I'm thinking, I can't smell a thing.
So that's what triggered you to go and get a test.
And plus my boss was like, I think you should go and get a test. I'm like, okay. So I left early.
But people, just to tell people had already tested positive by then, hadn't they?
Yeah. But I will say, I'm not irresponsible. It was literally full on snotty cold, wasn't it, for me?
Yeah, a flu. I would say flu, because you had aches and stuff and you weren't well. I would say it turned into the flu. Yeah. Right, let's go on. Let's get off that. People get fed up of us talking about that now. Let's move on. Right, what have I got in this week? I got sent to have a look at and do some testing and see what I think. And they are Memoirs, London, the Light and the Dark Discovery sets. So thank you to Holly for sending these out. And there are 8 samples in each discovery set. I have started testing. What I've been doing, I've been spraying my fragrance of the day and then spraying them on both front of my hands, so I can keep going to them.
Okay.
And that's been the way I've been testing, because I can still wear the scent of the day I want to wear and still get to test and try other things. But to get through, there's quite a lot of samples here. I've been spraying these on my hands, and
that one, I think.
No, this is the one I wore
yesterday. You wore that yesterday.
Yeah, I wore that one yesterday. That's the pear one.
I think Claire would like that one.
Okay, so that's called Humanitas.
Yeah, it's very pear-like, isn't it?
Yeah, this one I've put on today. This one is called Castitas. Castitas. I think just now that's it on there.
You have to respray it.
Respray it. I quite like this one. I haven't checked out the notes on it yet. It's quite fruity and quite floral.
Oh, that's nice.
I think you would like that.
Yeah, I think there's some sort of like berries and
stuff.
Yeah,
there's some berries or some fig or something in there, and there's also some rose, I would say. but there's fruits and rose, and it's quite fresh, maybe some citrus as well. So that is really nice. So that's been on my hand today, and that's Castitas from the light range. Castites, and the dark range. You'll see there again another 8 fragrances, which I'm really looking forward to trying those ones. I've left those till last, so I'm hoping I find a favourite of those. The bottles of these are just, I've got a bottle of Imperia from Memoirs.
Oh, they're all the same bottles? And
they're the same bottles, yeah. So the sprayers are insane, the bottles are great looking. So that is one thing I've got in. Let's move them a bit faster. Did you not actually pick that up?
No.
When we went to Boots, I didn't really sneak it there, I just bought it. When I got my deodorant, it's £26.
When you got your deodorant?
Yeah, £26. It was a half price fragrance.
Tell a story about your first ever bottle of that.
Oh God. This really just brings back some memories because.
What did Phoebe do to that bottle?
Yeah, Phoebe was a baby and I had a big 100ml bottle, big bottle. I'd only just got it as well. Hadn't bought a fragrance for ages and decided to treat myself. Did Janet do you a deal, Tony? Where is Janet? Janet from Boots didn't do me a deal, but it was just £26 for a 50ml, which I think is good value. And it's a bit nostalgic for me because it brings back memories of when Phoebe was a baby.
She was a toddler.
She was a toddler, and
she grabbed it off the.
I don't know where she got it from. You must have given it to her to play with because you were trying to get ready for something, and she'd seen it. I think you gave her the bottle.
She was on the floor, and she kept trying to put the lid on. So I gave it to her. My back was turned for literally 2 minutes. In our old house, we used to have, it was quite a big bathroom, wasn't it? And we had an old school, right, okay, the bathroom hadn't been redone.
This was rented place as well.
Yeah,
wasn't
it had was it B-Day?
Yeah, it was a B-Day, yeah. So it's a lot of people that had owned it previously.
She literally climbed, she pulled herself up, and then all of a sudden she went bang on the B-Day, or was it bidet? Bidet? And it went.
No, it didn't because she would have cut herself. The bottom fell out, if you remember.
Yeah, because she whacked it.
She whacked it, and literally the whole bottom just went, and the liquid just went all into the bidet.
Literally.
So 100ml bottle, I was not impressed. So I was like, what has happened to my bottle? He's like, I'm sorry.
But that does get you back because she actually smashed my Pandora bracelet all over the floor as well. Can you remember?
She did, yeah. She did.
So lesson learned: do not give a toddler anything.
Yeah. So just for nostalgic reasons, 26 quid. I thought you couldn't go wrong. That's half price, I think, for that bottle. So good deal.
Thanks, John. Like the nails, they're very bright. They're like neon. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I also got in from Tessa, which. Tessa's lovely. She is lovely. Not just because she sent me frames, but we've had conversations with her. I've seen her on Mia's channel and we've spoken.
We should get her on, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'd love to get Tessa on. She's just such a lovely lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just so happy and positive, and she sent me fire. And this I've seen Scott do a review on, and I think it's probably the one in the range that I'm most been interested in because it is a bit like By the Fireplace, but also it's got a lot of amber. It's like jazz club as well. So it's got quite a lot going on. I quite like it. So looking forward to reviewing that from Tessa Williams' range. And these are great value, by the way, unbelievable value. So go and check out our website if you get a chance. I picked this up on a Facebook group. I've got a couple of Facebook deals this last month or two, and this. There we go. I think you might have seen it on Instagram, and there is quite a lot of juice left in that. How much would you say there? It's a 50ml bottle. There's 40ml at least in it, maybe more. And that is Tom Ford's Mandarino Diamalfi Aqua. This cost just £38.
£38.
I see that as a bit of a bargain.
Billy bargain.
Yeah, so that was that.
I must say, that doesn't last very long though.
Everyone says that.
It's a bit shit.
It smells lovely though, doesn't it?
It's fresh, it's really nice, but it's shit.
Yeah.
Compared to, you compare that, so how much is that normally?
That would be, I think you can pick it up on All Beauty for around 80-90 quid.
Oh, so it is cheaper than my one upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, my one upstairs it would last for hours and hours. That I sprayed that when you first got it, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And it lasted probably like an hour.
Yeah, that's the only problem. You're going to get fed up, keep applying, but it is probably something to wear out the shower, maybe something to just freshen up, or if you're going out just for a brief amount of time.
Yeah, I don't know whether it'd last longer if you sprayed it on your clothes.
Yeah, it would do. Right, another one was a win. This was a win on a Facebook post and an Instagram post.
I can't get over the cost of that. It's just
ridiculous. This is really, I would say, my first.
Oh, your brother's in the house.
Hello, Darren. Thanks for joining. This, I would say, is my first luxury niche, and it is Bortnikov. And it's one of their new fragrances. It's a 9 ml decant.
How much for?
Well, I got it for free because I won it on this competition, and this is Chypre du Nord.
Cheap.
Chypre du Nord. Chypre du Nord.
It's like a specimen.
I've just ruined that, haven't I?
Yeah, literally.
Absolutely ruined it. But this is one of the new ones. Look at the colour of that. It's very dark. You haven't tried this, have you?
No.
Nothing on there?
No, it's nothing on there.
This is, I'm not sure you're going to like it. I like it. I find it to be quite chocolatey. Calm down a little bit. It's almost like a little bit licoricey. Licoricey. Can't talk today. What's wrong with me? Not sure you're going to like it.
I wouldn't like it for how much? 90
right.
quid?
No, it wasn't as much as that. It's about £70.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
£70 for a 9 ml.
That is extortionate. And it fucking holds. 90 quid for a specimen of old man stale smoke.
Yeah, it smells
like some dirty white fronts.
Dirty white fronts, what are you on about?
That actually smells like a bonfire.
Yeah, it's got incense, I would say, in it. But it's got, hasn't got anything animalic in it at all.
It smells like dirty animals.
I don't get that. I think it's quite warming. I think it's quite spicy. I get completely different things to you from that, I think. But it is expensive, yes.
It's ridiculous.
It is expensive.
As if you'd pay that for that tiny little...
We'll go back to that later, see what you think.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Excellent. Right, I'm glad you like it. Right, on to the next one. Look at that. Right, now I picked this up again. Facebook group. That's my Facebook bargains.
Billy Bargains.
Now, let me just put the flat back in. You spat your drink out.
Flat came out.
Flat came out, right. So, Joff, look at the presentation on this.
It's like an iPhone. You're going to open it up and it's just going to go bang on the floor.
Pop out. There we go. Oh, I can't open it. That's right, there we go. Got it. Okay. So, this is, there's about 30-ish, 35 ml in there, I would say. It's less than 50 anyway, probably about 40 maximum. Quite a good amount left in it. And this is called Renaissance, since 1861, from Xerjoff. Now, there's a pattern on the back. The presentation on these bottles, probably about the best I've got.
I do love matte bottles.
Yeah, it's like
as in like
frosted finish.
Frosted finishes. But the only downside to the frosted finish bottle is you get dirty finish.
Yeah, it shows everything. Yeah.
Oh. So how much is that?
I paid £55 for that.
No, it's in brand new.
I think you can pick it up on C Cents for about £180-ish.
So for 100 quid more compared to that, like, tube of dog muck.
Yeah.
You could get a whole bottle of this.
Yeah, and we want another one from the brand, don't we, that you fell in love with. And you actually quite like this as well.
Yeah, it's all right. Actually.
Now, I've got to say a thank you to a couple of people I talked to, Claire being one of them, Kit Kat being another. I see this on the group, and I asked if they had it, which they both did, and they both said that they would definitely pick it up for the price it was available for. So I managed to pick that up, and how good is that? It's good stuff. It's minty. It's fresh.
It's minty.
It is minty. It's fresh. It's citrusy. It's a lovely, lovely spring summer fragrance. So thank you to Kit Kat. Thank you to Claire for your thumbs up and your reassurance that it's definitely worth picking up. And I think I got a bargain there.
And that lasts.
It does
twice as long to the Tom Ford.
Yeah, it does. And you think it's not similar to the Tom Ford at all.
No, but it lasts.
But they're both Freshlings, aren't they?
Yeah.
But that is gorgeous. So just seeing what's going on in the chat, we've got about 3.5 minutes before we bring our mystery guest in. In the background, giving them a wave. Trying not to give away anything away, because I usually do. By this stage, I've usually given something away, but I haven't. I've managed to keep it quiet, like a normal human being.
Like a normal human being. Wicked.
Have you got anything you'd just like to say? Anything at all that you'd like to mention just before?
I don't think so.
Before we go live with our mystery guest?
No.
No.
Well, I feel a little bit disappointed in myself.
Why?
Because I haven't got any good would you rathers. I'm gonna have to openly admit that next week, I'm gonna research some really good ones and really like.
So for this week, you just didn't bother because the guest wasn't worth it, or
no. I didn't get them together because you worked me, you slaved me away.
Becca's been working
weekend.
Yeah, we've been flat packing.
I made a wardrobe for the boys. I made a set of drawers.
No,
for
I made
the
the
boys.
drawers. You made the base. I made all the drawers.
I made a wardrobe on my own. Then I hoovered. Then I cleaned the house. And he wonders why I haven't got any questions ready.
I went out and got lunch.
Slave driver. Yeah, disappeared for over an hour just to go and get some sausage rolls. I mean,
I went to Greg's.
Fucked off to Greg's and didn't come back for over an hour.
Yeah. Oh, I got you lunch. I bought you back lunch. You weren't hungry before the live.
So it's been slaved away, making me a prisoner of his dirty work.
Anyway, are we ready? Should we go? Are we ready? Are we ready?
Ready? Yeah.
Excellent, we're ready. So let's get on. Let's just get onto it, because otherwise we'll just end up you'll end up just turning me off, and
everybody.
Let's concentrate.
Really are.
Let's concentrate. Let's concentrate on someone else.
Hang on a minute. Before you bring the guest in, it's just popped into my head. I have to say it.
What?
Did you send John those pictures? Because he's not giving me any abuse, so I'm guessing you haven't.
What, the boots? Yeah, I sent them. Yeah.
Oh.
He just LOL'd.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, are we ready? We are ready. Let's welcome our mystery guest for this week.
Da, da, da.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Hello. How are you?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. You?
Yes.
Very good.
Great, thank you. Thank you for coming on to our Sunday Mystery Live.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. How have you been? How's your week been?
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We switched to virtual learning this week, so I've been working from home the last few days, which is nice.
So not having to come into contact with you. How's the online learning been going? Okay.
Now, because I've done it off and on throughout the last, 7-8 months, I'm decent at it, but it's still not, as good as in person, but it's all right.
Excellent. Right, what we're going to do, Tara, just to embarrass you a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm like, so you can. We can be like, I do this all the time, like a training course.
Oh, we introduce ourselves.
No, everyone knows who I am, I think. So everyone probably knows who Tara is. But Tara, tell us a little bit about who you are, your channel, where you live, but not your address. Don't give your address away.
Oh, okay.
There's some crazy people out there. But yeah, like we're on a training course, introduce yourself.
All right. So my name is Tara, and my channel is called Olfactofiles. And I started it in the summer of this past year. I've had a YouTube channel before, though, and that was like about a no-buy that I did in 2019. So I've had some experience with YouTube. But yeah, my channel, basically, I just talk about fragrances. I do a lot of house overviews, and I don't do tons of lists, but occasionally I do rankings, a lot of my collection, different like houses and things like that. And yeah, that's kind of what my channel is mostly about. I talk a lot about mostly niche, I would say, but some designer as well. And I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, in the US, obviously based on my accent. And I'm a teacher. I teach psychology at high school. And yeah, I have a bunch of animals. I have 3 dogs and a cat who's making noise currently. Sorry.
Excellent. Thanks for that, Tara. Who are you?
Oh, really?
No, let's not do that. Right.
God.
Right, let's move on. Tara, thanks for that. We've I would like to say, first of all, I'm going to start before I start my questions. I watched, not for the first time, but I watched, it's hard for me for the timings, but I watched a lot of the live on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
With Hills. We've been on Hills' channel. And you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You didn't the next morning because you were like, I'm so tired.
I bet. It's very late for you guys when we come
I
out.
had to have a couple of coffees to wake myself up. I think it was like 2 a.m. or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it may be late. Kit Kat was in that chat as well.
Yes, she was.
She doing away?
Scott was. Barry
Scott
usually
was
is. Yeah.
But Barry's usually working. But what a great, the people in the chat were very lovely. Everyone was having a laugh. And I love the way that you and Heels you seem to sort of, it's like you're old friends.
Yeah.
You're very comfortable with each other on the screen.
Yep,
Nothing's awkward at any time. There's no awkward silences. And I love the way that you go backwards and forwards with the samples. Great idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Hills is just, Hills is so easygoing that it's really easy to just be, very comfortable and kind of casual with that. So she makes it easy to do.
Yeah. One of the things I love about Hills is that she's not easily offended.
No.
She's up for a laugh, isn't she? And
absolutely.
And also, she loves an innuendo, which is us all over, really, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
No, it was great. So I just thought I wanted to mention that.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, I appreciate it.
What I'm going to do is at the end of the video, what I usually do, Tara, is at the end, I'll grab a photo of you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'll change the thumbnail, and also I will link the description below. So
sounds good. Thank you.
Following Tara, please go and do so.
Thanks.
Right. So on to the first question. I'll let you answer this. Pink questions are yours, by the way.
Pink questions are yours.
So no, you'll answer the sort of non-perfume.
I won't answer them.
You'll ask.
Are you all right?
You can answer them. It's okay, Becca. You can answer.
I'm excited that I've got 2 lovely ladies on my channel. Right, so you can ask the first question. Which
Are you
ask.
okay?
No, I'm going to slow down and let you take over.
So, obviously, Tony's question, pineapple on pizza.
Oh, of course. Yes. Anything on pizza really is fine with me, except for anchovies.
Except for anchovies. Yes. Someone's with me. We can't stand anchovies on pizza. I can't stand anchovies. Too salty. And,
no, they're gross.
Many people, like English people, have anchovies, do they?
Some people do.
Ooh.
Yeah, not me. No.
Fishy pizzas.
Yeah, my dad likes it. It's gross.
I should be asking this question, but you ask.
Tony, would you like to know?
Sorry, go on, Tara.
What is your favourite cake?
Oh, I was just going to say, I've had oysters on pizza. My favorite cake? Yeah, I have. It actually wasn't bad. It was like oysters and bacon, and it wasn't bad. But that's not my favorite cake.
Wow.
My favorite cake, geez. I think it would have to be lava cake, where it's like the molten like chocolate in the middle.
Yeah, when you cut it and it just kind of oozes out.
Right.
Yeah, it's like warm and you can put ice cream on it. It's so good.
I've got a recommendation for that. Right.
What's your recommendation?
My recommendation, I used to go to a restaurant for work meetings.
Okay.
And we had this chocolate lava cake, and it was so rich, almost too rich, but just the right size where it fills you up, but not too sickly. Perfect size. Now, what you used to be able to have with that was one of two different flavour sorbets instead of ice cream. Do you have sorbets there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's both sharp.
We do. They're not as popular, but...
Yeah, sharp flavour, they're not as popular here either.
No.
But sharp flavour sorbet, something like a blackcurrant or a raspberry sorbet with that chocolate.
Yeah, raspberry is pretty popular.
Wow. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Amazing. Sorry,
you love cake, don't you?
I do love cake.
A bit of cake.
we know.
What's your scent of the day? I know that's a really rubbish question, but what are you wearing today?
My scent of the day is Dusita Isara. Love that one.
Okay, I've not heard of that.
No.
No. Enjoying it?
It's I love it. It's very expensive though. Too much.
You spend too much. I think you've got a problem, and I'm going to say
I do. You're right. You're not wrong.
No, Tara's problem is fragrance. I think I've not known many people to be as addicted. There is a problem. She's constantly buying new fragrances. I'm very jealous. Right. Right. Now, one thing I've just noticed, I looked at this beforehand, nearly 2,500 followers virtually there.
Almost.
In such a short space of time. I think that is incredible. Now, I know you had your previous channel and probably was able to bring up some of the subs from that. But would you say you've got any tips for new fragrance reviewers starting out? Things that you've done, maybe some ideas that could help grow a channel in the way that you have? Because I think you're doing wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I mean, and you'll hear this from just about anybody, but I think consistency is really important. I have not been consistent the last few weeks because things got a little crazy with all of the COVID stuff. But I think that's a big thing, like putting out at least one, if not two videos consistently every week. I think that's a huge aspect of it. And then some of the other things, I think, obviously, like you're really good at doing the thumbnails. And I think that really helps to like catch people's attention who maybe would have just scrolled past your video otherwise. And engaging with people, like talking to them on YouTube and on maybe Facebook and Instagram. I think all that really, really helps. But consistency, I think, is the most important thing, really.
Yeah. Do you know one of the things I think is important? And definitely this applies. And just being a nice person.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, just being like genuine. Yeah, not trying to like fake it.
And that really comes across with you. You're really enthusiastic about it. And I think that really comes across to your viewers. So I think that helps. So.
Thanks. It probably helps being a teacher.
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah. Excellent. Right. Your next one.
Well, this is very random. They're not flowing.
They're not in my normal order. That's why.
Okay. So going back on the cake topic, clearly, he wants to know, what is your favourite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream would have to be, gosh, I guess I'm just going to go plain chocolate, but pretty much anything that has some sort of chocolate in it, I love.
Wicked. What's yours?
Have I said this before?
I can't remember. Mine is probably mint chocolate chip.
Yeah, that's good too. I like that too.
I love strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry. I like them all.
Ice cream. Yeah, I do. It's strawberry. Same as McDonald's milkshake. Strawberry milkshake probably my favourite.
Oh, okay.
I do love anything cherry flavoured though. So if there was a cherry, they do cherry ice cream.
Yeah, they do.
I think I mentioned before, if there was a cherry McDonald's ice cream, I'd be milkshake all over that. Right. What would you say? Like growing up, Tara, was you into fragrances when you were younger, would you say? Like
yeah, to some extent. I didn't have exposure to like the high-end stuff because my family wasn't wealthy by any means. But my mom always had fragrances. She would have things like White Diamonds and Yadis, what was that one? Passion. She always had lots of fragrances my dad would buy for her. My dad even had a lot. He'd have like, Brut, Stetson Man, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess because my parents always had several fragrances and I would play with those as a kid, I've always been interested. I would say that by the time I was in my like mid-20s, I probably usually had like 10 to 15 bottles. But then, as I got older and had more money, that just kind of grew.
Yeah. Well, what would you say? Could you name a couple that you really enjoyed? Let's say in your 20s. Obviously, you're
in my 20s, yeah.
So let's say your early 20s.
Oh, yes, of course. I would say Anamori, the butterfly EDP, was one that I wore a lot back then, and I still love that one. I think Anamori makes really great fragrances, and now they're like so affordable. I wore Armani, Emporio Armani She a lot in my 20s. And then the other one I would say that I wore a lot back then is probably, it's discontinued, but another Armani Mania. I wore that one a lot too.
Okay.
What did you use to wear?
I think everyone really knows this. I mean, I started with YSL Jazz as my first fragrance.
Is that the black and white?
That's the black and white bottle, the retro looking
Mm-hmm.
bottle. Then I went on to probably Eternity, and then moved on to more sweeter stuff when Jean Paul Gaultier came out. I was like, that changed the fragrance world for men. I think it became like a sweeter, easier fragrance to wear. And I had I had the boring collection, so I loved fragrance, but I always went for stuff that the masses had been for, which is a bit boring, really. Issey Miyake, Jean Paul Gaultier.
Those are good though.
Yeah, I mean, I've got great memories of them. So although they're sort of your typical list video fragrances, some of them, I still got good memories of them, and they still smell good. So
that is good.
So I would say Jean Paul Gaultier, but I did have other things like Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Some of the sort of the normal stuff, really.
Yeah, I had all the, like in the 90s when I was like a teenager, I had a lot of those like kind of ones that everybody had, like Tommy Girl and CK1 and Ralph and all those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're a staple, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are.
Everybody goes through that stage, don't they?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. What's your? Yes, let's go on to that one. Okay, actually.
What's your favourite film, Tara?
My favorite film. Oh, that's a hard one.
Favorite type of film? 'Cause that's quite a difficult one.
Can I give you a couple specific films? Yes. Okay. I really love Adam Sandler's 50 First Dates. It's a goofy movie, but it's hilarious. I love it. It's so cute. And then, well, I guess probably, oh man, I don't know, maybe like Life Aquatic or, one of those films, or the Grand Budapest Hotel, one of those films I really like. And then also Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is better, actually. That's too many, sorry. I mostly like comedies for the most part, or strange comedies, yeah.
Easygoing stuff.
I love easygoing films.
That's like you. Yeah.
I live in like fluffy unicorn world. Like I can't watch any horror or anything.
No, I can't either.
No,
I don't watch any horror.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to sleep, would you?
No, I wouldn't. I had a nightmare the other night and I had to turn the London light. Definitely. I was just like, oh my God, no, I'm a little bit of a wuss. I can't do anything that's gory or... I mean, to be fair, I actually get bored with action films as well, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I don't really like
violence, do you?
No, it's just comedies.
That's a good...
to just switch off to.
Yeah, that's a good film, Nigel. I like that one too. I like some of the dramas, like the historical dramas too.
I went on Talk and Reviews channel with Ant and Nick the other night, and they asked my favourite film, and I said Shawshank Redemption.
It's a good film, yeah, absolutely. Excellent.
Next one. That's you again.
Okay, you don't have to say it every single time.
Oh, okay.
You've written them. He's written them in all different colours.
Excellent.
He still then has to proceed. That's you. That's you.
I still write and make my stuff neat in a notepad like I was a 14-year-old girl.
Hey, that's good. That's good. That's a good habit.
So where you are you currently in lockdown, or are you quite free to go and do what you need to do?
Restaurants.
Is everywhere open? Because over here we've actually gone back into a lockdown, so we're kind of restricted of what we can do. So Netflix is obviously a massive thing for us at the moment. So do you have a lot of
No, I mean, yeah, I do have, well, this week I'm off the whole week, so I'll have lots of free time. But in general, they sort of do a lockdown, but it's like how most of the US cities have done the whole time, where it's not really lockdown. It's just, they say like, oh, no more than 10 people, or like restaurants can only have 25% people. So no, we're not on full lockdown. I'm not going to restaurants because that seems like a bad idea to sit inside a restaurant with a bunch of people. But yeah, I mean, you can still pretty much do as you please for the most part here, as long as you wear a mask. That's the only thing they pretty much are sticklers on. Yeah.
So are you watching anything on Netflix at the moment?
Not really, because I was just so busy with school the last month. It like overtook everything. So I haven't really been watching much at all lately, to be honest. I've actually just used the last few days to start catching up on some YouTube of all things. But no, nothing right at the moment.
No, you love Netflix at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You are proper Netflix in it. You watch this American program, aren't you? What's it called?
Kingdom.
What you watching?
Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
That was a recommendation of Nick from Talk and Review. It's basically around MMA fighters and sort of their. It's not a documentary. It is a drama, if you like, and it's about a load of MMA fighters that belong to a gym, and they're into drugs and the whole fight scene and stuff. So it's it's not the drugs part, obviously. But, and you get there's lots of women in it as well. So from a pervy point of view, I'm there. But it's mainly the fighting that I'm more interested in. There's some great fight scenes, so that's what I like it for.
So what else are you watching?
I'm also watching Vikings.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Obviously, that's on Prime instead of Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm really, really enjoying that as well. So
nice.
So I tend to get to around the time Becca wants to go to bed, which is about 10:30 over here. She's like literally her eyes are dropping off like a toddler. And
I need plenty of sleep, Tara, okay?
Hey, I'm with you. I'm still
a teenager at heart. I mean, I could sleep for hours. So don't judge me.
So I like a lot of people, I don't even really turn the TV on anymore. I've got an iPad, I've got an iPhone. I tend to just sort of put my headphones in and just watch an episode in bed. And I
Netflix in.
Just tend to watch an episode of Netflix of The Kingdom, an episode of Thing. I've got my fix for the night. It feels like I've had my downtime and my time.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Can we just say? So when we were in isolation, we actually had our Virgin cable went completely. So then we were all in the house. We had no Wi-Fi.
Oh man.
We had no TV. So we were literally
bored.
Yeah.
It went on for 48 hours.
Oh my goodness, that's a long time.
2 days of nothing. So when it did come back on, it was like a party, wasn't it?
You could do you have board games? You could play board games.
Oh, that's one thing we don't actually have, and the kids
we have had them, but they're not interested, are they?
No, only obviously when Wi-Fi goes down. That's when we know. We wish we had board games, but it was just a nightmare.
Yeah,
it was literally.
I mean, we had data, like the odd amount of data on the phone, but if you're watching videos and stuff, which is what people do, and the main thing they want to do is go on their games consoles.
Literally.
And they play online and talk to their friends and stuff. So it was like that moment, which I've never done, which I'd like to. When you call the kids for their dinner and they don't come, you will just turn the Wi-Fi off, and then you just hear the bedlam erupt before they actually appear. It was like that for 48 hours.
48 hours.
Oh my gosh. That's awful.
Have you got a favourite sort of TV programme that you've liked in the past? Do you like Game of Thrones, some of the big ones?
Yeah, I like Game of Thrones. I like Walking Dead. But again, mostly comedies like Arrested Development, The Office, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Derek is hilarious. That was on Netflix.
Have you watched that? Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
How good an actor is he, isn't he?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Have you seen this new one?
Yeah.
What's
No,
it
I haven't yet.
It's on Netflix, isn't it? I forgot the name of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Afterlife.
Afterlife. That's
Yes, you need to watch that.
Yeah.
That is.
I'll
very
watch that, yeah.
original, But you do see a completely different side to Ricky Gervais as well, don't you?
You do, yeah.
So you've got The Office, then you have Derek, and then he's just brought out Afterlife, which is just incredible, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is brilliant. So if it does pop up
I'll have to watch that.
over there, you need to watch it, definitely, 100%.
Excellent.
I'm sure it will. We get pretty much all the British shows.
Well, on to the next question. What would you say your favourite note is in a fragrance? Have you got? You can name more than one, but have you got any favourite sort of notes?
I would say like vanilla definitely has to come in number one because I have the most vanillas of anything. But also I really love tobacco. And I've noticed recently that things with like Peru balsam in it, I really, really love too. I'm not sure why. But definitely probably like vanilla and tobacco are two really high up ones, and iris is the other one.
Yeah, three of my favourite ones as well, Tara.
Yeah.
I would say I'm really liking sort of spicy fragrances at the moment, stuff with a good amount of spice in.
I think because it's getting quite chilly over here.
Yeah.
It is very chilly, and I don't think you automatically reach for a freshie when it is cold, it's raining outside. So, yeah, 100%. It's kind of moved, hasn't it? I'm very much into my deep sort of fragrances at the moment.
Yeah, me too.
Our taste is definitely changing. Becca's taste is definitely changing.
Now I can smell. Yeah. Well, I say that, I'm still a little bit bummed up, as you can tell, but yeah, now I can smell. It is definitely darker, richer fragrances now.
Yeah.
100%.
We're changing. We're going more niche, Tara. We're going to be like you soon.
Oh God! I think we all just influence each other.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll all enable each other, definitely.
Does your husband have? You've got a husband, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes. Does your husband have a favourite fragrance on you? Does he have one where he says, "Oh, I think you should wear that one"?
No, he doesn't really. He's not into fragrance at all, and he doesn't wear it much himself. He has like a few that he's had literally the whole time I've known him, which is a long time. So he doesn't wear them often. But the only one I can think of at all recently he's even said anything about was Jean-Paul Gaultier Labelle. He mentioned that one smelled good. So
that is nice. I've heard a sample of that from Claire, haven't I?
Claire loves it.
Yeah, I love it too.
The problem I find with that one, I don't know whether it's just me. It's probably just me. It doesn't project as much as I would like it to.
It's because you don't spray.
Yeah.
Maybe just damage myself.
It's spray more.
Bath in it like Claire does, and then you'll be all right.
Yeah, it's just all over.
If you could pick a fragrance for your husband, what would it be?
So I can pick one for him?
Send your husband, yes.
Send your husband, yes. So
okay, all right.
It's not an object. And you just had one that you could pick for him for the rest of your life together. What would it be? It's very dramatic, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, I'd probably pick Naxos because then I could wear it too. And I think it's great for men. And I don't have that one yet, so.
No, we need it as well. It's high on my list. And
me too.
Win that Becca loves it too. So
yeah, I don't think it lasts very long.
No, I think we'd both go through that one.
Yeah, it wouldn't last long.
We'd be fighting. We'd be like, no, I'm wearing it on these days, and then we'd do like your colour chart of days.
Yeah.
Or you just
I could wear it when you could wear it.
You just both wear it at the same time, and then that way, when you go anywhere together, everyone smells you because you're both just
double whammy. Oh no, the leads in here.
Literally. So apart from perfume, then, do you have a favourite smell? So I love the smell of fresh grass just being cut, even though my hay fever would like literally just go insane. But you can't be on a summer's day sitting in a beer garden with your nice drink, smelling people cutting the grass. It's a little bit strange, but that's what I like.
I tell you what, I like the smell of cake. I like bread baking.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Oh yes, bacon's so good.
And I would say probably clean laundry.
Oh yeah, I love the smell of clean laundry. What would you say, Tara?
I would say, yeah, it's going to be food for sure. But maybe I would probably say like if you're baking cinnamon rolls or something that you're baking with cinnamon in it, I think is what I would really like the most.
Very Christmassy.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Or when you bake gingerbread, that smells good too.
I do like ginger. I love the smell of gingerbread, but I don't actually like gingerbread.
Oh really? I like it.
Yeah, I don't like ginger men.
Oh.
Not gingerbread, gingerbread men.
Oh yeah. It's okay. Good thing Tony's not a ginger.
That's it. Yeah. No. Talking about men, do you have a celebrity crush?
Yeah. Well, let's see. I would say that still alive would be Johnny Depp. But I had a huge crush on Heath Ledger, and I still would if he were alive.
Okay, good, different choices.
Yeah. Who would you say your celebrity crushes are?
I think everybody knows this by now.
No.
Zac Efron.
Yeah. He's too young for me.
I generally.
She doesn't care.
No, me and my best friend have actually discussed this because we thought, he's still High School Musical age, and we thought, oh no, that's just so wrong. Actually Googled it, and he's the same age as me, so technically.
Oh yeah, that's all right then.
Who else? See, this is a hard one. If you'd said who's your celebrity crush, it's hard to think of people.
Yeah.
I suppose I have that type of, you look a little bit sort of homeless, but you're preened. Hair, dark hair, blue eyes.
Describing me, babe.
I mean,
Norman Reedus from Walking Dead or from Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
I like him too. It's kind of like what Bex is talking about, I feel like.
Yeah. So you're a bit rough around the edges.
Yeah, you're rough around the edges, but you're typical tall, dark, handsome, really, aren't you? That's typical, but you're real.
Yes, which is very rare.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just a rare breed.
Thanks, babe. Right. Would you? This is back to perfume again. If you had the opportunity, Tara, would you be happy to? If you had the opportunity to have your own brand, maybe, is that something that would interest you?
No, not interested.
No, not at all.
No.
Let me put it to you in another way, then. If you had an opportunity and a fragrance house contact you and said, "We'd just like to make a perfume with you. We're going to do it." But we'd really like to involve you, and you can be involved in the creative part of it. Would that be something that interests you?
Yeah, maybe, as long as like I could have say in it, because I wouldn't want them to put out something that they said, "Oh, we did this with her and it was crap." But I definitely don't want my own, because I feel like anytime you take a hobby, this is not true for everybody, but for me, often when a hobby becomes an income, it makes me not like it as much. So I wouldn't want to actually be in charge of it myself.
Yeah, I asked the same question with Brandon. He said someone like imaginary authors he'd happily work with.
Oh yeah. I think, gosh, yeah, imaginary authors is a good choice. Maybe Gallagher for me, because logistically that makes sense. Gallagher Perfumes?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I've not tried anything from them yet, but I hear really, really good things.
Yeah, everything he releases seems like it gets better. Each release is better and better. But he lives maybe 3 or 4 hours from me. So that would be logistically a good choice.
On the phone to Gallagher. Excellent. We've asked that one. You've asked that one. Right. Without being controversial, Tara, and this is, I can't even say it properly. this isn't an awkward question, but would you say there's anything in the fragrance community that not necessarily annoys you, but you don't like, let's say? You know, don't have to be controversial a bit. Is there something that sort of knocks you a little bit?
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, everybody has different personalities and tastes. So I feel like sometimes to say like this annoys me is just like, hey, it's just not my style. But in general, I guess if I had to pick something, oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe just like seeing, and this is not specific to any one person, like seeing the same thing over and over again. But I do it too, because like right now, Angel Share, like I love it. It's one of my favorite fragrances ever, maybe. But, and I'm talking, you know, I talked about it, but like, it seems like, you know, because we do influence each other, then a lot of times we see the same things over and over again. And maybe we don't find, you know, or maybe we don't spend time looking for different things as much, but that's not like really, and something I dislike. It's just something I wish like maybe we didn't always influence each other so much. So that we could like each find something different to bring to the table, which it still happens, but yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but there's a lot of fragrances like Angel Share do get on the hype train, isn't there? And you see
I know. I feel bad when I talk about those, but it's really good.
Yeah, I tell you what I enjoy about it. I see that, but if you've got a fragrance and it's one of your favourites, and another reviewer pops up on your YouTube stream and pops up with this fragrance, especially if it's not new, so it's something a little bit older, you think, oh, I've got that. What's this? I like this person. What's their take on it? I actually quite enjoy that when something.
Oh yeah, I do like. Yes, I do like seeing that. That's true. I just think. So I like watching them. I don't have an issue with. That's why I said it's not really like a beef that I have, because I still watch them all and I enjoy seeing what everybody thinks about it. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like it happens so frequently that it's like, okay, what's the one that we're all going to talk about now?
I would just like to add, because obviously I'm quite disconnected in a way.
Yeah.
I'm involved in the community, obviously through Tony, through photography, not so much for my love of fragrances.
Yeah. Or you don't really watch YouTube videos
I don't watch YouTube videos, but I will just say that reoccurring images for me on my newsfeed actually helps me to develop my taste and my understanding for different fragrances that I've never come across before. So
that's true.
As to you guys, you probably say, oh, that person's got that, or that person's got that again. But to me, it's kind of highlighting something that probably is hyped for a reason.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
You know, taking a step back from it, those reoccurring images and all those people who share the same love for one fragrance is actually helping the people.
Yeah, that's very true. That's true.
Don't understand these fragrances and don't understand people's love for them until they actually get their noses on them as well. So
it brings it to your attention. It becomes relevant to you, I suppose, if you see it a lot and you're not into fragrance. So
yeah, like you know,
it's actually. It's a psychological phenomenon, but I can't remember the name. But basically when it's like, or I think it's just called the mere exposure effect. Like when you're exposed to things more often, you start to prefer them. And so that's why sometimes like, or even like with songs, like sometimes the first time you hear a song, you're like, what is that trash? And then after you hear it several times, you're like, I kind of like it actually. Or like with fashion and things like that. So that is something that I think it happens with a lot of us. If we see something enough, we start to get interested in it because it's familiar, it becomes familiar.
I'm definitely like that with fashion. I am a marketer's dream. I really am. I am a nightmare.
You're so easy. You're basically saying you're easy.
Definitely. So many things pop up. I must have more ads pop up on my Instagram than anybody because I click the links.
You're like, yes, please.
In my basket going on. Have you got any other hobbies, Tara? Because I would say that I love clothes. I do like fashion myself, and you do too.
Yeah, but I say this, I love fashion, but all my money goes on Phoebe. So she is literally like a little fashionista with all the like, you know, new clothes.
Right.
She's got Zara this and Moschino this.
Man.
And I mean, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. But then I see a pair of trainers for Phoebes, and I'm like a marketer's dream because I'm like, oh, yeah, I love that. So, I mean, I'm more spend it all on spend it all on fees. Oh,
Yeah.
Tony's literally laughing at
This is my brother. This is my
Yeah, I
brother.
know.
Tara.
Yeah, I remember
And
him being like,
you know what? He's. I've always been like it. I've always been. I don't know. I try and take care of myself, I suppose, and just like nice clothes. So
yeah.
I don't spend a fortune. I'm not like really, really bad. I just, you know what? We always say it, don't we? You can look really good and spend, and there's no excuse. You can look really good without spending a lot of money now. There's
That's
so
true.
many shops and so many
That's
places where you could buy a nice pair of jeans, a nice top or t-shirt or jumper, and a nice pair of trainers or boots, John. And
Yeah, John needs some new boots.
and you can look good for very little money now, so there's not really many excuses.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would say that I'm into fashion to some extent as well. I love especially like jackets, coats, handbags. I'm really into those. Shoes to some extent, boots, like I like boots a lot. And then, yeah, I like dresses and sweaters are like the two clothing items that I really enjoy quite a bit or always seem to gravitate towards. Other than that, though, volleyball's been a big part of my life for a long time, although not recently for, you know, many reasons, of course. But yeah, so volleyball, I haven't worked out as much, but throughout my life, I've tended to like lift weights and things like that pretty often. So those kinds of things. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Darren. Thanks.
That's funny.
It is true. Yeah, it is true. Oh dear. Dear.
Any other hobbies, Tara, that you sort of like apart from fragrance?
I like to organize and decorate things. Like if I didn't teach, I would love to be a professional organizer. So maybe that.
What, like a PA or like a party planner or?
You know, I was a party planner. I was an event planner briefly when I was younger. Not that though, but like let me go in your house and organize your closet for you kind of person.
That would be wicked. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun?
You got a customer here.
That would. No,
I'm not sure.
Boys.
If you could just flat pack them as well and put them together. We've been doing it all weekend. It's been lovely.
Yeah.
No, I actually really like flat packing. I don't mind it. Put some music on.
Yeah.
And you know, just get it all in order and then do it. I don't mind it. They make it so easy these days.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And everything you don't need electrical tools to put it all together. And yeah, I enjoy flat packing. I don't mind it. Yeah.
Right, do you want to ask that one there?
Okay. So once all this Corona COVID stuff blows over, and somebody says to you, right, Tara, here's some money, go and treat yourself to a holiday, where would you go?
Oh, that's a tough one. Gosh, I would say I would definitely go to Europe. If I had to pick a specific country, I'd probably start with Spain, just because I can speak Spanish to some extent, like enough to get around. But I would really love to just do kind of like a trip where I go around to like France and Spain and Italy and Germany, that area. Because I've been to England, although I'd love to go back and visit you guys. But I suppose if like I had to pick like one place, I would, you know, go somewhere where I haven't been able to go before. I've been to Australia as well, and that's fantastic. But yeah, that's what I would do. I was supposed to go to Eastern Europe in the spring for free through school, which would have been great. But that's not happening now. So that's
where you were going to be going, Tom? Where was
I don't remember all of the stops. There were like 4 or 5 different countries. I know Austria was one.
Is it like Poland or?
Yeah, yeah, that kind of area. I think we're going to stop in Prague as well. Yeah, I can't remember. There were a few there were like 5 different stops, but yeah, it's not happening.
Oh man,
we'd love to go traveling through Europe, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would.
We really would. So.
And actually, one of our bucket lists when the kids are all grown up is to actually hire a motorhome.
Yeah, an RV.
And actually go around America.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
We could go like a reviewer.
No.
The
You review a road trip.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe we could meet you in more interesting places, because I don't think you need to stop and see Indianapolis, but I could meet you in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just travel around America.
Yeah, we'd love to go to lots and lots of different cities.
And eat loads.
Oh,
yeah, there's plenty of food.
Standard. I don't know how I'm not 20 odd stone or more, Tara. I really don't. That's how much I love my food. But
yeah, I do too.
Really bad. What would you say is your favourite type of content to watch, firstly, and make yourself?
I guess in general, I will watch almost any fragrance video, but I really like the presentation style that's like really casual and relaxed. And a lot of obviously a lot of the people that we do all have that sort of style where you just kind of talk through things, and it's laid back. And I like that because I can put it on and listen and do other things. But like specific types of videos, I do like when people like talk about a specific note and like have fragrances with that, because then I'm like, oh, I can check out some of these. Or I like when they talk about things they don't like. I think that's really helpful to hear what people don't like also sometimes, yeah, I like those. And I do really enjoy like declutter videos because of the organization thing. So I do like watching those, not just with fragrance, but with anything, but especially fragrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've shown the collection video, haven't you? I think I've seen that of yours, and I think I think Hill's mentioned as well that she's jealous of your setup and how you organise your fragrances. So I see that it's obviously quite important. Is the bottle, would you say the bottles and the presentation are important to you?
Yes, absolutely. I know it shouldn't be that way, but again, I'm a marketer's dream as well, I suppose. I will not buy a fragrance, or I won't keep a fragrance if I don't actually like the smell itself. But if something comes in a really pretty bottle, I am much more likely to try it and want it. Yeah.
You like a pretty bottle, don't you?
I love a pretty bottle. Yeah.
It's all part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole thing of owning it and keeping it on your shelf and it looking nice.
Oh yeah, I love looking at it.
And if you've got a display and you want that display to look nice, surely the bottles need to look quite nice as well.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just not important.
But not garish. There's some proper garish bottles out there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which, you just think, oh, if you spent more money on the juice inside, it would be a much better fragrance.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right, I'm going to ask a question that I usually ask.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool.
What has been your recent purchase? What's been your... Have we?
Yeah, near the beginning.
Did we?
Yeah. Oh, no, we said 7 on the day. No, we did 7 on the day. Apologies.
I was like, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't. Sorry about that.
Let's see. The most recent thing that I received, let me think. I got the new Imaginary Authors, what's it called? Whiff of Waffle Cone.
Oh, that smell nice.
It's really nice. It smells a little bit similar to Memoirs of a Trespasser, if you've smelled that one before. A little bit, but it's like a woody vanilla. There's some other stuff going on too, but I get like a lot of sort of like in the opening, I get some sort of like a wood note. I'm not sure which one, if it's cedar or what, but and then there's like some vanilla, and there's something else in there too that makes it a little bit more unique. But in general, I think you'd probably like it since you also like vanillas.
I think we will both love that. Yeah. You need to get a review out on that. Quick, smart.
We'll do. Okay.
Because they'll all come, won't they? And you need to get.
Yeah, that's true. They will. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's definitely something we're interested in trying.
Is it really sweet?
No, because the woodiness tones it down a bit. Okay. I think you would think it's sweet because it's like supposed to be like an ice cream shop sort of thing, but it's not. I mean, it's sweet. It has some sweetness, but it's not super sweet by any means.
Did you see both our eyes light up when you said that?
I know, you're like...
Now that is telling you something. She is getting into
fragrance. I know.
I'm just going to say, I actually pointed that out to you. You didn't even know they had a new one out, and I said, oh, have you seen this?
Yeah, very nice, Bex.
Chris had put a post out saying he bought it.
Yeah, see?
On the way. I'm probably going to wait for it to arrive at Bloom, I would imagine.
Yeah.
if you end up paying import on it, it's not going to be any cheaper than buying it when it comes into the country. So I'm probably going to wait until it ends up at Bloom before we try it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm a thief. You may have heard this question. I said you didn't need to prepare, but you could have prepared for this one.
I figured it was coming, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to break into your home and I'm going to steal all your fragrances. But I'm going to say on the way out, I'm going to go, oh, she looks really sad. I'm going to leave you 3 different fragrances and you get to choose them. What are you going to keep? I'm going to keep
Killian's Angel Share.
Wow, that's good.
I'm going to keep my scent of the day, which is Ducita Isara. Okay. And I'm going to keep, oh, this is tough, the third one, Guerlain Spiritus Double Vanille. I'll keep that one too.
Okay. Excellent. That was actually quite easy.
Well, I mean, there are other, like if I really had to sit down and pick only 3, maybe those wouldn't be the 3 that shake out. But right now, those are 3 that I'm wearing a lot and really love.
Excellent. Yeah. Right. Do you watch a lot of content yourself, would you say?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And have you got any favourite people that you watch or new people coming through? Anyone that you like to, anyone you really like their content, you don't really want to miss a video?
Well, so many. Like, obviously, there's all of you guys that I'm friends with that I try to watch every video. Sometimes I get behind, but I try to watch every video. So yeah, like you, of course, Barry, Scott, Claire, Lizzie. I try to watch John's videos, especially when he puts them on YouTube, because I just watch things on YouTube much more than Instagram. Yeah. And then Kevin, although he hasn't put out a video for a while. Luke is hilarious. I love his videos. And then like kind of outside of that, well, and obviously Hillary and Chris, if he does another video, I'll watch it too. But I really like Josh Jane. I love her videos. They're just really casual, laid back. Emmy's World of Fragrance. I really enjoy her videos. She has similar taste to me. I like Mia's. I like From Abby with Love. I really like her videos. She also has fairly similar taste. I know I'm leaving out tons of people that I really try to watch all their videos because I really enjoy them. Yeah. But you know, you start naming them and you forget.
that question is very difficult.
Brandon, yes, Brandon, of course, yeah.
Because you're always going to miss someone, Tara. And
yeah, I know.
If she has, but it's one of those things where I ask that question. The only way you can answer it diplomatically is by giving a couple of big names and then leaving everybody else out. But I'm the same as you. I try and watch it all. It's difficult to keep up. I do struggle sometimes.
I would say the big ones I don't watch. Like I do watch them, but I don't watch all of their videos, like the bigger ones. But of the bigger ones, Ash, I really like his videos. Yeah. I like Chris, of course, and Dan. I feel like he's a little bit bigger too. Yeah. But yeah, like besides that, the bigger ones I don't tend to watch as much.
That's really nice, I think, because you're watching the channels are in and around your size or smaller than you. And I think that's really nice. I think we've got a nice little community and I think everyone supports each other. And I think that's really nice. Mm-hmm. You've got other people you can bounce off as well, haven't you? Run ideas.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's really
I forgot Nigel and Andreas too. I watch all their videos as well.
How good are Nigel's lives?
Oh, I know. They're so much fun. I love them. So sometimes they're on the same evening that we'll do lives on Hillary's channel. Yeah. And so I'll just put them on while I'm getting ready for that and like listen. And it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's they are. And how good was the last one? I felt like
oh my God,
all connected in that chat.
Yes, absolutely. That was great.
We all shared something, I think.
Yep.
And, yeah, it left a mark on me. It really did.
Absolutely.
I think it did for everybody in the chat. So, John, thank you for being so honest and open about everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to learn a lot about him, and he was John speaks very, very well, doesn't he? He's got this way, and I really do think that if he pushed his YouTube channel and stuff, I think he could do quite well because
I do too.
He knows more than he lets on. I don't think that's on purpose. I think he puts himself down too much. I think he's very well spoken about fragrance, and the way he describes fragrance is different to everybody. He's got his own style, which I love. He's so unique in the way he explains things.
Yep.
He waffles like me. But no, John, just keep doing what you're doing. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I really I
live.
agree, Tony. I really appreciate the way that he describes things, and like Lizzie and you, but like I'm very like I've always been very concise in the way that I explain anything. And perhaps again it's my background and teaching and things like that. But like I'm kind of like, here's what I think. Okay, moving on. But I'm like, I wish that I could be more poetic, but that's just not my forte.
I think I said before that you and Brandon as well, in a way, have got this sort of presenter almost style. You're very professional, and you obviously show your personality as well. Both of you do hugely, but you've got this way of describing things that you use a method almost, and I think that's the teacher in you. I think. But it works. It obviously works from the growth of your channel. So keep doing it.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Right. Any more questions we've got here?
That's a you question, right?
Which one?
That one you just wanted.
What, this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say now? Again, you're going to be leaving people out, and that's fine. We're all adults. But I would say name not your. I'm not going to say top 3, but let's just say people that pop into your brain, so it's not you're not leaving people out. But would you say you've made a couple of really good friends from this?
Yeah, absolutely. I've made lots.
If so, just name a couple. I think.
I would say that if I'm gonna like say which ones I talk to most frequently, which I feel like I have the strongest connection within, or like just happen to speak to a lot, probably Brandon, Joss, and Hillary. I message a lot outside of, YouTube and things like that. Just throughout the day, I'll message them and whatnot. But, obviously we have a group chat that I'm in, and everyone there I feel very close to. So there's a lot, but those people I talk to like kind of fairly frequently outside, or like send packages to fairly often, that kind of thing.
That's nice. It's lovely, isn't it?
Really it's great.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thanks for answering that.
Of course.
Right, I think we're done with our main questions. Have you got any questions at all, Tara, or anything that you'd like to talk about?
I want to know what Bex's next purchase will be, or what she wants to get next.
There is a couple, actually. There is a couple. Tony can probably guess 2 of them. At least. I'm testing him now.
She's got a few, I think, but she would love Moolah Moolah from Byron, I think.
100%.
Nice.
Pirates from Byron as well.
I mean, all of Byron. I'm quite happy.
The whole range.
Yeah. They're nice.
Probably, I would go to Chanel.
Coromandel.
The Coromandel. Yeah, I have decants of Moolah Moolah and Coromandel, and I really like both of those too. Those are nice.
Thanks to Mia as well. She put that on our radar.
Yeah, Mia put the Moolah Moolah on my radar, and the Rouge one. She did a video where she got the newer one. And now I'm curious to try that one too.
I've got a decant of that, Tara. It wasn't a cheap decant either.
No, I'm sure not.
Pretty penny on 5 meals. I think it was something like £20 or something ridiculous. But
yeah.
No, it was more than that. It was ridiculous money. But anyway, it's very nice. It's deeper and darker than Moolah Moolah.
I think I might like that.
Yeah, it goes in a slightly different direction, but it's still got a little bit of that DNA of Moolah Moolah. It's very nice.
I would probably just have the standard Moolah Moolah.
I think I still prefer Moolah Moolah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Personally, yeah.
I think they smell completely different.
Yeah,
Really?
they
smell completely different to each other. 100%.
Wow.
It only shares that sort of background DNA of it.
Yeah.
If you're trying, you'll smell it. But if you got someone off the street and said, smell both of these, they wouldn't guess they're from the same.
Yeah.
I don't think.
That makes sense.
Yes, probably the Chanel would be my first go-to.
Thanks, Mia.
Other than that, apart from Byron, no, I would probably pick Chanel straight up. Yeah.
Nice. Good choice.
Right. What else would we? Right. Let's do you. We haven't got them, but I'm going to ask them anyway.
Are you? Okay.
I'm just going to fire away at some right. And if you're, I mean, we're usually about an hour, Tara. So we've got 5-10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally fine.
Excellent. Thank you. Right. So I'm going to say.
Hang on a minute.
Oh.
Whilst Tony is doing this, if there's anybody in the chat that wants to ask Tara any questions, pop them in, and then we'll come to them afterwards.
Thank you.
That's all right.
That was very
I know. Thank you.
right. I think we know the answer to this. Niche or designer?
Obviously.
Niche.
Dior or Chanel?
Oh. Dior.
Dior. Would you rather be not be itchy or sticky?
I would rather not be itchy.
Okay. Cookies or crisps? Or sorry, you'd call them chips. Cookies or chips?
Cookies.
Excellent. Chocolate or candy?
Chocolate.
Okay. Cake or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Winter or summer?
Winter.
Oh.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I like summer, but the clothes are better in winter.
Let's go fast food. McDonald's or Taco Bell?
Oh, McDonald's, I guess.
No, that's it.
Yes, they are shocking.
Poor show. Not from you, from us. Right, let's go to some questions in the chat.
Okay.
I have two questions. John's asked, how's the booty? John,
It's okay.
I know you had, yes, I see. I think you had a little accident.
Yeah, I fell down the stairs yesterday. It's bruised, but it actually doesn't hurt as bad as I thought it would.
Excellent. You can sit down, which is good.
Yes.
Question asked?
Right, here we go.
Oh, goodness.
First is hard. Would you rather go to the opera with Trump or swim in with Jezza?
I feel like that's a pretty easy decision there. I would definitely rather go swimming with Jezza, even though that's not on my list of things I want to do.
Hang on, I think he's got. There's the second one. He said there's two. If you are forced to cancel one event, would it be Thanksgiving or Christmas?
I would definitely cancel Thanksgiving over Christmas, because Christmas, you get Thanksgiving meal number 2. It's like, at least in our family, it's almost the same lineup for the most part.
Right.
And then you have all the lights and the festivities and all that stuff. So definitely Thanksgiving.
Excellent. Right, I've seen it. That's a great question, Becca. Thank you.
No, thank God.
Do they know about it, or is this a big dirty secret of yours?
So my last channel, it got fairly big. I got to like 8,500 subscribers on that. And it started popping up in, like, you know how if you're a little bit bigger, it'll pop up in like recommended videos after you've watched something, right? And so I had a kid one day look at me and she goes, I was recommended one of your videos on YouTube. And I was like, what?
Oh, no.
and then like all the other kids wanted to know. I was like, don't tell anybody. I'm sure she told some people, but yeah, so my old channel, at least a few knew about it. But so far I am unaware that any students know about this channel. So that's good.
Excellent. Thanks for the question, Becca. I'm heading towards the rabbit indie niche.
Yeah, we sure are niche.
I think we are heading that way as
yeah,
well.
Yeah, you've got a good question.
Where's Darren's question?
Fair.
Oh God, he's beating you. No, I hate this question.
he wants the would you rather.
I thought you know what? I purposely didn't write that down because he wasn't in charge of those questions.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's
Thanks,
a tough
Darren.
one because I love them both so much, but obviously, you know, I have to support the fellow ladies, so I'm going to go with Becca.
It seems like a polite choice.
Yeah, but I love them both.
Thank you. We love you too.
Hang on, how many have I got now?
All of them. Oh, goodness, poor Tony.
Any more questions?
I don't think we have we?
Tony and Beck, spot on reviewing. I don't use perfume for men, but all the best. I sub because of shout from a little. Oh, thank you, Jake.
Nice.
That's nice of him. Centralized pick me. Thank you, Barry.
Oh, there you go.
Would you now? This is one thing we talk about, Tara, is that would you say you're a patient person?
Oh.
No.
No, I'm very, very patient with students, but I
Yeah.
have no patience outside of my job. Like I can be patient, but naturally I am not.
Yeah, I would say I'm exactly the same, and I reckon we are similar there because you have to be patient at school. You've got no choice. They're children. You have to be patient. I'm exactly the same in my job. I cannot stand stupidity, and I have to be patient with it.
Yep.
Even though I can't talk myself sometimes, it's literally I haven't got any patience for people because of I think what I do, but I have to be patient.
Yeah.
And then when I get home, and it's not that I'm horrible to anybody, I'm not, but I'm a kind, nice person still, but I've just got no patience. We don't really socialise an awful lot in terms, we can't anyway at the moment.
Yeah. We can't anyway.
And we're so busy with our family, and I've just not got the patience, have I?
I will just say, Tony works most weekends as well.
That's
so
right, yeah.
When we do finish, he doesn't get home till 7 o'clock in the evening. By which point, you know, we've got dinners to sort out,
right?
Kids to sort out,
a lot to do. Yeah.
Then having a social side on top of that during the week, it's just non-existent.
No.
So from the weekend, when Tony is off work, we are quite
selfish. We want
because we've not had the time.
Yeah.
So I will just say it's our lifestyle that stops us from being sociable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not that we're not sociable, it's just our lifestyle and our commitments during the week and obviously at home stops us from doing the things that we love to do, which is going to the pub or going to meet up with everybody that we know, because, you know, we all have responsibilities.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So don't worry, you're not that person.
But no, I think I'm the same as you, Tyler. I'm not very patient.
No, I'm not.
But I am in so many other ways. It's strange.
Yeah.
I'm not patient at all in the supermarket. Oh my my goodness.
Or on the road.
Oh yeah, I'm not patient on the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
People aren't doing something in it. That's it. Straight up.
She's terrible. She really is. She's got no patience either in some ways.
I do when it involves Phoebe.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. You can turn it on. Yeah, we can all turn it on if we have
to. Yeah, 100%. And I'm very patient when, you know, you're ill.
That's true.
You wasn't.
No.
Can you stop being ill now? Excellent. Any more questions before we get off? Tara, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Here we go. John's got one. Hang on. Tara, if Killian was on the phone to you and wanted to make me a fragrance, what would it be like?
Oh, we've got sent John with a Killian.
To make John a fragrance. Oh man.
Leather for the boots.
Well, I think it would have to have just tons of lavender, John. Just tons of lavender.
And the rolling.
Neroli.
That is me.
Oh gosh.
What else is in that like? Anything citrus?
Yeah. Here you go, Killian. Here's a list of things that John would love to have in his fragrance.
That's not nice, Darren. You're swearing as well. I apologise, my brother's crassness. I was. I definitely was.
Oh
I think that most men are when they're sick.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll agree. Right, well, Tara, look, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
On.
It's so much fun.
Really enjoyed you being on. It's been lovely. We'll continue to chat outside. Maybe we could do a collaboration one day.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love that.
Behind the scenes, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
And I'm trying to do a collaboration with Becca. She's still not done it yet. I think she's open to the idea. We do our lives together, but we've never ever done one review.
That's
together.
true. That's true.
So I'm hoping to do that again soon.
I'd love to see that.
Continue doing what you're doing. Your channel is growing like mad, and you deserve it. So.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All the luck in the world with it.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tara.
Bye.
Take care of yourself. Bye.
You too, bye.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. So that was Tara. Just kicked her off the channel, just like that.
Yeah, it went awkward silence for like a few seconds.
It did. No, thank you for Tara is a great guest. You can tell she'll just talk. She's happy to just say it as it is. She's a great reviewer too. So if you've not seen her content, please go and have a watch. But thank you for joining the chat, everyone. It was really nice of you to join us on this Sunday afternoon.
It was nice to be back, even though that was still like, oh, yeah, it's been a little bit annoying. But next week is a new week, so hopefully I'll be.
Yeah, I'm off Sunday for the moment. I probably will be back soon, but next Sunday I'll be off as well, and we will be trying to track down another mystery guest ready for next Sunday.
Yes.
So we're back on it. We are back on again next week. But yeah, yes. Thank you, Tara. I really appreciate you coming on. That's lovely. Really enjoyed the stream. Right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you all next week for our live.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you later.
Take care of yourself, everyone. Bye. Bye.